Welcome to FatKings Friday for June 2016. I am Phil Olson.
I'm TJ.
And welcome to the show. Oh my God, how have you been, dude? You've had so much going on. You got to bring the people into the fold.
Oh my God.
I know.
There's so much that's went on. So bought a new house, the forever house. So we sold the house in Washington and we bought this house within 2 weeks of each other. So for 2 weeks, I was completely debt free. I had zero debt. Everything in my life was paid off for 2 weeks.
Wow.
That was pretty cool. So bought this house and Jenny has to finish our command to a certain extent before she can move off base. So she's required to live on base. So the guy who owned the house, he needed some extra time to wait for his house to close that he was buying. So we were trying to be cool, and we were like, well, that's cool. So you could stay in the house for a little longer. Yeah, that's cool. You can stay there a little longer and close on the house, and then that gives us time to finish out her command stuff, and then it works out. And then the dates kind of started jumping around. It was supposed to be May 18th, and then he asked for June 10th. We said we can't do June 10th, and then he agreed to June 1st. And I talked to him, and it was a week before he was supposed to be out, because it was a week before I had my fight. He decided to commit suicide, and so he kills himself in my house, in the house that we just bought, that we were being nice enough to let him stay in. You know what I mean? Like being the nice guy that never works out. Being nice never ever works out.
Never does.
It's never a positive experience.
You just might be able to go like just grab shit out of the toilet and throw it at yourself. That's just pretty much
just cover yourself in shit. Just like squeeze shit straight into your mouth. Yeah, instead of doing something nice, just do that, and it's going to end up the same.
Yeah, because you just get cut right to the chase. Okay, that's a bad idea. Don't do that again. Yeah, no, that sucks. And like everybody, of course, the guy had a gun collection, and of course, everybody immediately who did know assumed, he shot himself, but he did not.
That was my first question. It sounded so horrible, so insensitive. But you know how I feel about suicide. Like I'm pro suicide. Yeah. Like if you want to do it, go ahead. I'm of the opinion that you should get your shit a little more in order. You know what I mean? Like don't inconvenience. You're going to inconvenience other people anyway just by dying. Like that inconveniences people emotionally and financially and whatever. But you should make sure shit's in order as much as you possibly can, you know, before you do this extremely selfish act. Yeah,
I agree.
Anyway, what was that? What was I getting at?
So he did not shoot himself.
He took pills. So he took pills. So there was no mess to clean up, and that was the first thing I asked. I go, "Oh man, is there a mess?" And my realtor is the guy who called me, and he goes, "No, there's no mess." I was like, "Okay." And then my next question was, "How long was he in there?" Because I'm thinking, fuck,
the smell.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but that's hard to get rid of,
especially in Florida. You know what I mean? Like
humidity.
It could be bad, but no, like it was within 12 hours. He kind of set it up to where he'd get found.
So in that respect, he was sensitive. In that respect, like he kind of
I guess.
I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
No, I mean, I don't think that you're in the proper frame of mind when you're to the point of killing yourself, to ending your life. I mean, that's probably the common fear amongst all humans is death. So if you're like willing to like walk into that, you're not thinking right. So to you, maybe it seems like,
well, because I'm not.
I took care of
you're
things,
right. I'm coming at that from a place where I'm not that. So you're right.
Right. Yeah. So from their point of view, maybe this like, I'm doing this the right way, the most responsible way. I'm doing that, and that was not the case at all.
So in the yard, do that.
Yeah.
Die in the yard outside.
You could get in your car and go somewhere, or he could have waited 2 weeks, closed on his house, moved, and then done it at his new house. You know what I mean? Like finish out what you have going on, your current. I don't know.
Yeah,
I gotta live with the guy's ghost forever, so I should probably not be too mean.
Don't piss him off. Yeah, be kind.
Every time I hear that "Be Kind," I always think back to the '80s. The "Be Kind" rewind.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, for the VHS tape stuff. So anyway, so then I had a super fight. So I realized what super fight?
Something went sideways.
I don't know if you can hear it. I can.
Well, no, it's just you suddenly stopped. Like your voice got really weird too.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay. This moment brought to you by Samson mics. No, you have something else. So, yes, while TJ is fixing his microphone. Now he's completely gone. This is not good. I can't hear you at all. I just did an update, so I don't have a whole lot to tell these people. So, oh, he'll be back. I gave him the join link. So, we'll talk a little bit while TJ is doing his thing. So, let's see what's going on. So, for those of you that don't know, there's TJ. He's back.
So, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what happened. There was like a ton of like static feedback. See, right whenever I say, "Oh, I don't want to piss Glenn's ghost off," that's exactly when it happened.
See, now
it was exactly when it happened.
And it's probably a little insensitive to have his skull on the shelf behind you. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but that was cool that he let me do that. You know what I mean? That he specifically left.
He will do his head. That was awesome.
He's like, well, I know TJ likes skulls, so they just power washed it. You know, they cook him for a bit, let all the skin melt off, and
Boil him for
anyway,
2 hours.
as soon as I said that, then bam, all the shit goes nuts. I'm telling you, man. Fucking ghosts.
Go, you have to do a new Ghost Hunters in the new house.
I know. I'll have to do a new, definitely. So let's see. So then I had the fight. So I got invited to do the super fight, which was, it's just pretty much, there's no points. You just go until somebody quits. And this one is set up to where it's a best of 3. So you can't just get lucky and tap somebody one time and you win, because, you get lucky sometimes. You have to tap them twice. So I was the first one to tap them twice, and they're 5-minute rounds. So
if you tap somebody twice, you're more than lucky.
Then so at that point, you won. It's the best.
I think I might be lucky. Wait, no, I'm not lucky. I'm skilled. I'm skilled. Yes.
Pretty much. So,
so fighting, though.
I tapped him the first time. It was like 3.5 minutes into the first round, and then I tapped him again. Like 1.5 minutes into the second round. So
you obviously had better stamina, because and I say this as an amateur, but I just even practicing, I saw how sweaty and how fatigued I got. Right. And I work out regularly. So that says something. You must have way out stamina that dude. Because I saw the one fight, and that was a little bit longer. I must have been the first one.
Yeah, because the first one, it went into a full 5 minutes because there was no way double tapped anyone. Yeah. I got the only tap that round. So, we went 5 minutes, and then we got, I think, 1 minute break, and then go back into another 5-minute round.
Nice. Yeah. No, you seem to be doing great at it, brother. I mean,
it's fun.
Your body's responding well to it. You seem to be really enjoying it. It's like clear. And I'm still very interested in it. It's not off my radar. I'm like, that sounds like, I want to take the girls actually to learn it. Because I think it's a really good thing especially for
females. I think it's such a good thing. It's such a good self-defense. From a self-defense, it's not good for somebody who wants to be aggressive and somebody who wants to like walk around and like
be a badass.
Just be a badass and get in fights and stuff. It's for, hey, somebody starts something, you find yourself in a bad situation. So I need to be able to defend myself, and especially for women, because a lot of things or everything's built around your guard, which is you laying on your back with somebody between your legs. So the whole system is revolves around this position. So that's where women are going to find themselves, most times when they're being attacked.
Yep, choke them out. I thought that was funny. You put up the video how BJJ guys fight, and that guy drops down and he starts scooting after the guy with his legs like a crab. The guy runs
his butt. Yeah,
that was really funny.
Yeah, because we got to get everything to the ground. It's not a striking sport.
Your fighting style is to like you almost, and from what I've seen, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe you've changed this, but like you almost go submissive right away to get to the ground because you know you're good on the ground, like
Right.
Because you got the length on your legs, the length on your arms. I mean, like I think you play to your strength. You're like you kind of go like, oh yeah, go ahead, take me to the ground. It's your mistake. You're like, oh, once we're down there, I have an advantage. So.
Yeah, I usually do. It's called pulling guard. Is where I pull guard in an aggressive way. So I mean, I'll attack the guy and I pull guard. So I just go straight down into a guard, and then I'm trying to pull that person into my guard. So really it's done because I don't know wrestling. So if you don't have a good stand-up game, you just want to get it on the ground.
Right. No.
And if I pull guard, I get it on the ground and they don't get any takedown points. So.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't mind being on. I start out on the bottom, and then from there.
Well, Kirk will be happy to hear you're bottom. I'm just saying.
That's where I start out, but then I finish on top. So what's that called?
Kirk, you've been warned.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if anybody wants to comment, you comment in the actual YouTube comment section. We don't have the Q&A up. At least I don't. Well, maybe I can start it. There it is. But
okay. There you go. There's a Q&A.
There's Q&A starting up, but I can't see anything in it, so don't use that because it's just a blank bar right now. So actually,
can they do comments now?
But you can comment now in the video. So apparently, YouTube can only get one or the other to work, and ours is comments in the video. So if you want to comment in the video,
that. I
prefer it too because it lasts. The worst case scenario, if you really can't get that shit to work, go to the FatKings page, not the other pages. FatKings,
right,
and comment in that one. I won't even be monitoring the other ones, so don't bother. So
I won't be monitoring any of them.
That's right.
I got a black eye too, right there. It's a healing up black eye. It wasn't from the fight. It was actually.
I was gonna say from Jenny, but okay.
Yeah, from Jenny. So yeah,
sugar glider
good.
It lift on your face and started pulling.
Yeah, it was pretty good black eye. And oh man, I got beat up last week. I broke my toe and. It was just a bad week, and then so we then they started the pool, so they're digging a hole in the backyard right now. They're actually out there putting rebar in it right now.
And dude, like I saw it yesterday, and then the picture you posted today, I'm like, holy shit, they're not screwing around. Like,
no, and they're even further now. Like they have the whole spa area is shaped out in rebar, and then they were working on some of the other forms on the inside. Last time I was out there. They were running out of sunlight, but still to be out there, still working on a Friday.
Oh yeah, taking advantage of it. Oh yeah.
People always make their comments about Mexican workers. I'm like, fuck, I don't have any problems with them.
Exactly. Absolutely.
So then Monday we finished the move.
Congrats. Yeah, no, that's and then your backdrop looks very different. I like it.
Yeah, backdrop. It's like it's a suede wall, and then the office. The overall theme is like an Indiana Jones kind of feel. So, and then also I have another like painting that's going to go up here. I posted a picture of it on Facebook. It's a steampunk jiu-jitsu.
Oh, nice
Picture. Jacob got me for Father's Day, I think it was. But yeah, so that's going to go up there, and there's another piece of art that's going to go over there. But it's pretty, it's pretty much that. There's still, I still got more shit to put on the shelves. So
dude,
what else?
Been, 7 months? I just got blinds put in upstairs like this weekend. So
yeah,
and they just put the art in too. Just finished it.
Yeah, the pool. I'm just watching them, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have to put a new yard in. Like it's done. It's done.
Luckily, you live in a climate where shit grows real quick. So
it does. It's weird though because it's all sand. I'm like, how's anything growing sand? But they got this grass called bahia. So what's the deal with some dude died who was a WLS author?
Yeah. So there was the bro panel. The bro panel happened. So that was like a guys only panel. At first I was like, what the fuck? Like that kind of seems exclusive it's not, you're basically blocking out all the women and what's that all about? But then when I got into it, and Kirk did a great job of saying, hey, look, it's not meant to be exclusive. It's meant to be a safe place for guys to talk about guy shit, which I thought, in this community that actually is as weird as it sounds, guys are kind of the quote unquote minority in this group. So it was really good to hear those guys talk. And I'm used to having like you and Kirk and, you know, Joey, Sonny, everybody. Like I pick up the phone, talk to Kirk about anything, pick up the phone, talk to you about anything. But to not have that support maybe for other guys, I thought was, well, yeah, that's pretty good. But one of the guys on the panel was Don, older guy, wrote for the Huffington Post. He wrote a book about his weight loss journey. And yeah, he passed away, man. It was kind of sad. It was like, get to meet the guy one time and he's gone. It's like, just like that, you know, and older dude, but still, I mean,
So
you know, years of being heavy does not bode well for your heart. I don't know what he.
So you're not the angel of death. It's just coincidence.
I never touched him. Never touched him. Never laid hands on him.
No, man.
Yeah, it was kind of sad.
Oh, you know, and then the other thing that happened was the townhouse that's connected to our townhouse caught on fire. So the kids have been out of the house there for
in Colorado.
like 2 weeks. Yeah, out there in the Colorado Springs.
No.
That was like a 2-alarm, huge, massive fire, but they still haven't been cleared to go back into the house. So yeah, so that's going on. It's like, fuck, man. We finally got rid of that one, and we got this one, and dude kills himself, then this one, then the other one gets set on fire, and then this one, the water thing went out, the water tank went out, and then yeah, it's just like, man.
Yeah, man. It seems like that shit stacks up though. And like, you know, like when shit hits, it like hits like all in, like just to test you, like how much shit can you really take? Let's see. Like, let's just
you know, God doesn't give you any more than you can handle.
I know that means a lot to you, TJ, specifically.
Lord, sweet baby Jesus.
For baby Jesus. Oh my God, help me, baby Jesus. So where are the kids at right now? What are they doing?
They're just like hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told them, I'm like, you know, you're gonna, because the homeowners, because we have our insurance as the homeowners, and then they have their own renters insurance, and then there's homeowners association insurance, which they're the ones who pay for this. And I'm telling them, you know, you guys need to make sure save receipts, track everything, because they need to
get reimbursed for sure.
Or yeah, your displacement. Yeah, their kids, nothing matters to them. So
well, when they're living in your place and
when they're living in your place and you're sending them money, and
yeah,
no, the deal is that they got cut off.
Hey, send me the receipts, motherfucker. I'll file them.
Yeah, so they got cut off starting June 1st. They became their own entities. Like I shut them off. No more phone, no more insurance, nothing. Like
you gotta do it. There's a point where
they had a year. They got a year.
3 years. It's called life support, and that's not. I mean, it's called safety net, not life support. That's how that works.
So I was just like, okay, at some point, you know, like they're having children, they're planning families, and they don't pay rent, and we pay their insurance, and we pay their, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, fuck, at some point. But, you know, it's good at the same time to take care of them. And, you know, it's not anything bad on Jenny, because, I mean, every parent wants to, you know, just give to their kid, but still.
Yeah, but there's a point where you're not. Again,
like you're almost getting to a harmful way.
You're almost hurting them. Yeah, exactly.
You're enabling.
You're not helping them. You're enabling them. There's a difference. Yeah. Don't do that.
Sorry, hold on a second. I got a message here.
That's okay.
I got a message.
It's a low key
from this blonde haired chick that I'm gonna rendezvous with in Ireland. So that's the other thing is that.
Oh yeah, no. So that I put the title of this video was King of the Old Country, because you're going to the old country.
Yeah, so I'm going to Ireland on the 21st. So I'm going to Ireland the 21st through like the 27th or something, or the 28th, and then going to Italy. So going to Rome. Going to go see the Colosseum, and we're doing a VIP package where we do dinner, and then we get tours of the underground catacombs where they actually had all the stuff underneath the Colosseum.
Yeah.
So you do all that, you know, instead of the normal stuff that people get to see. So we're going to do that. And then we're doing a tour of Pompeii. So we're going to go see Pompeii too.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So, that's in a couple weeks. And then we get back from that, and then shortly after that, hopefully the pool will be done, and then it kind of starts, you can kind of settle in. Yeah.
So I'm just getting the logistics down here, but is Jenny going with you to Europe? Or are you going?
Yeah, no, yeah, she's gone. So she took time off, and she's one of the bridesmaids. So
Okay, so who's going to be like supervising your pool stuff?
they are. I mean, I don't really have to do anything. They're just kind of autopilot company.
Yeah, so you're like, look, when I come back, shit just be done this way, and if it's not, we'll talk. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, done as much as it can be. They told me it take 10 to 12 weeks from when they started digging. So there's probably no chance they'll be done before I get back.
right,
so I'm not
right.
really worried about it.
Okay, cool. That's cool. How long are you gonna be there? 2 weeks?
I'll be there 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I was just talking to Emmy. I'm like, I at least need like a weekend away. Like I need like a long weekend away, just somewhere away. I need to stop doing work, stop doing life, just take a break. So that'll be a good 2 weeks will be good. Yeah,
Right. I think so. I think it's enough time. The only bad thing is they're very much tourist driven vacation. So where you go. There's no real resting. So then when you get back, you kind of feel like, man, I need a little vacation. Yeah, vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, maybe at least take the day off after, because you'll need to recover from the flight.
Yeah, well, we're coming back on the 3rd, and then don't go back to work until the 5th. So
smart. That's very smart.
So yeah, have a couple days.
Cool, man. Yeah.
There was something that was weight loss. I got this ad that came through on Facebook. It was some doctor that was on my friends list, and they were doing a promotion. It's VSG for $4,300.
$4,300? That's not bad.
$4,300, and I'm like that's so low that it kind of scares me. Like it's almost too cheap.
Is this an alley, dude, behind the dumpster?
I know. I'm like 4,300. You know what I mean? Like that's an accessible to anybody price. Like anybody could come up with $4,000. I'm not saying easily, but anybody.
No, but you could do it. You could finance $4,000. Like I mean, like that plastic. Like everybody's having plastics. Lauren had plastics.
Yeah,
he said plastics. Kirk and I were talking like, man, that's like
you fucking see. You better not have no goddamn plastic.
No, $9,000 to just do like the midsection. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I can't. $9,000 is 3 Alaska cruises with my girlfriend. Like 3 of them. Like,
no, dude, don't do no fucking plastics.
Well, I mean, it'd be nice to have it gone, but I'm not.
It would be nice, but you have testicles, so that's not gonna happen.
Well, but Kirk's looking into it. Kirk's thinking about it.
So this kind of doesn't.
He gets a pass. What what do I gotta do to get a pass?
You gotta be gay or female.
Oh, okay. So just a tip. Is that okay?
Oh, whatever. I mean, as long as you identify as gay, then,
for some point in time. Can I be?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to identify as gay.
Oh, okay.
Just
identify.
You have to identify as
like this. Ooh,
I mean, apparently you can get in if you're a guy, if you're a pedophile, you just have to identify with the fact that you are a female, and you can go use the bathroom with them now.
So all I have to do is identify. I can get.
You just have to identify.
So if I don't even have to like touch it and go, ooh,
no, you just have to identify as gay. Like,
okay, well, shit.
My identity, like I'm gay in every way. Like that is my identity.
Come on, now you're just teasing Kirk now. Don't do that. He said he's very much missing you, by the way.
Really?
He said to make sure that, let me get the exact words. Hang on, let me go get the exact words out of the chat.
Coffee everywhere. He's the only person who ever like just full on listens to my advice. Everyone else they're like hesitant to it, and then when they do follow it, it always works out. But it takes people so long.
I'm not going to go into details, but I listened. That's all I'm saying.
And then look like Walter. He fucking listened to me. He was out of here. And I'm like, dude, 1 month. Just give me 1 month.
That's true.
Immerse yourself in it, and then bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, people.
Kirk's exact words were this. Well, tell him that even though he's not lifetime fat, he's lifetime friend. Right. And we miss He's sarcastic atheist ass. Whatever's left of it.
Very, very cool. Yeah, every once in a while, it's just like, man, you miss things a little bit. Like I miss things a little bit, and then I got so much stuff coming up that there was no chance I could do a FatKings for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, well, we got to do it now, or
you said it's got to be this Friday or next Friday. And I'm like,
that's it
tonight, baby. We're gonna do it. Like, we're all in.
That's all I can do. So, and then like I flipped through. I thought we could do this. I thought this would be a good segment because I think you're kind of in tune with the new people. Right?
Well, I just went, so I'm very much in tune with more of the new people. Yeah.
So like I just scroll through WLS YouTube Addicts because I scroll through it. The Facebook group. I scroll through it because I gotta make sure nobody's selling anything, nobody's posting anything they shouldn't be posting. And so as I scroll through, I see a lot of new people, right? And then I don't ever watch their videos, but based on just the screen capture and the title of their video, I build like who they are in their persona
in your mind,
in my mind of them. So I thought I could go through it and tell you, this is the picture of this person. This is how I think they are.
Sure.
And you tell me if I'm right on or
okay,
if I'm
that sounds
completely
good.
wrong.
That sounds awesome.
Okay, so we can do that. Hold on. Let me drink a little more coffee and so I can prepare.
Coffee? That is the biggest fucking coffee I've ever seen, so we're clear. Oh my God.
It's like it's like 12 cups.
It's like a 96-ounce cup of coffee.
Yeah. It's like it's a whole pot. Just you gotta leave room for cream. So there's enough for Jenny to take a cup and then I get the rest of the pot.
Nice.
So immerse yourself in what? Don't know.
Free your mind.
I don't know what that's about.
Good morning, sleepyhead. That was a great picture, by the way.
Did you like that?
I was kissing myself. First time I saw it, I'm like,
I gotta come up with something offensive. What would be
yeah,
offensive?
it's been a while since people have been offended.
Yeah, I just kind of scrolled through and I was like, oh yeah. Okay, so
let's go right through. Just go to I'm just gonna
go right to it, and then I'll just tell you who I see and then what I think of this person based only on the screen capture and the title of their videos. Because I've never watched these people's videos.
Okay, so you're not going to pick any veterans that are in there, but you're going to just pick.
No, I might comment on them just because I haven't seen.
Well, because okay. Go ahead. I'm going to let you do that all the damage. I mean, just commenting. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay. So, FatKings Phil, Lisa,
that motherfucker, that whiny bitch.
That's right. Melissa. Melissa comes and goes, doesn't she? Does she self-identify as Mama Mia anymore, or is she just Melissa?
I don't know. I'm out of the loop on that one.
I feel bad because I've been within like 20 miles of her twice, and we didn't get together. Because we've been out to Washington, we would go see Jenny's parents, and they're like 20 miles from each other, not very far. And I mean to get together with her, and it never works out. We're there with her Jenny's family, and their shit planned every second. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Randy, Jill, Raphael.
Okay, I was looking at the same one. I do not know anything, so go ahead.
Oh, you don't know anything?
I don't know anything about. I have not.
To me, well, she's at Plastics. That's weird. I don't know anything about her journey, and she's already at Plastics.
So she's been through the shit already. Yeah,
she has. She looks more like a Janie type, like one of those girls. You know what I mean? Like one of the Back to Basics girls. Is what she looks like.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that.
Okay, so the next one is Scooter Mayer.
Oh, okay. This one I have opinion on, so go ahead.
Okay, so Scooter Mayer. Just looking at him, like he looks like your stereotypical jolly, fat, excessive talking fat kid.
Firefighter, big firefighter. What went through the fire academy?
Mm-hmm.
Dude was like he was like a commander of his unit in the academy. Weight has been a big fucking factor though for him, preventing him from progressing professionally. So I think this kid right here, he's younger.
Mm-hmm.
I see two things for him, and I'm a little nervous about both of them.
Okay.
Not in a bad way, but just like he's gonna have his come to Jesus moments or his come to TJ moments. One, his wife is going to need to be super plugged into his weight loss, and vice versa, because she's going to lose some. I think she's looking at WLS too, but those two are going to have to stay close together.
Is she morbidly obese, or is she just like that?
I don't know anything about her other than he mentioned that she needed to lose a little weight for pregnancy reasons.
Okay.
That's all I know from this last video he put up. And I think this kid's got the juice. He's got the juice to go the distance. I do believe it.
Yeah.
But let's see. Like, I think he could, but it's going to come down to him. And I think that whole firefighter thing bodes well for him being a success.
Yeah, I didn't
his wife's going to have to be on board 100%.
I didn't get that vibe at all from his fucking video. Like, I thought pre-pubescent Gomer Pyle with a weight problem.
I can see that, but no, I think the kid's got. I think he could.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he could go the distance. I'm in his corner. Like, until he proves me otherwise. Like, he could prove me otherwise, so I don't think he will. But yeah, I'll give him the credit. I think he could go the distance. He's got the dude's walking in a circle to get his steps in. You know what I mean? Like, he's out there making his video, walking in a very small square / circle.
Walking on the moon from the police.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck. What's his name? Case Haley does a thing for like one of those talent shows, and he does a cover of it. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, sorry you took me there because you kept saying that.
No, I'm with you.
Okay, anyway,
but the kids, like, he's making videos. I saw him at the men's panel.
Right.
He got some questions. I will not repeat what he said. They were answered. He started making videos right after WSFA. He's got everything in place to be a success. Well, let's see what he does with it. That's really how I feel about it.
What was the dumbest question in that? What was the dumbest question you had? Like, between the men's panel and the YouTube panel and just like the people there that you were talking with, like, what question came through? You were just like, what are you like? I've heard some dumb shit, but this is fucking horrible. What was the worst question you had?
I don't think we got to that because the YouTube panel was very much driven, and I think that she did a great job, by the way. But the whole thing was driven. It was moderated by, it was moderated across all of us. Like, none of us got the same question, and so it was really more like Liz driving that conversation for each of us in very specific questions. So that never happened. The men's panel was very much about specific topics. I mean, and like, just guy topics, like, the whole hormone flux, and do anybody have any problems with testosterone? Do anybody have problems with estrogen? Did anybody problem have, like, and I won't say what anybody said, but like, we've all kind of talked about that as guys, but and I can talk to you, you talk to me, we talk to Kirk, like, we get that, but like, that was a very open forum for those guys to kind of talk about stuff. But there were really no dumb questions in those panels that I was part of or in. So I wasn't part of the men's panel, but I was there to support it. And I think that panel needs to probably happen again. As much as initially I was very against it. I think it needs and I have talked to some folks at the WSFA about getting more involved in the next WSFA, and I'm putting together a list. I'm going to talk to Kirk and Tanya next week about putting together a list of topics I think that really need to be addressed if they expand WSFA. These are the topics that really need to be covered, and then more like, like when you go to a convention for like tech, right? So like you go and there's like a panel there's like 5 panels, they're all running at the same time, but you're like, well, I'm interested in project management, so I want to make sure I attend this panel, this panel, this panel. So they're color coded by the type of topic. I want to see WSFA kind of start embracing that kind of like, here's for newbies, here's for people who are about to transition to maintenance, here's for people who are 5 years out or like are already in maintenance. Color code them. It doesn't mean you exclusively exclude anybody, but like, hey, if you want to make the most of your visit to WSFA and your pre-surgery, visit all the newbie panels. If you're kind of in the process of transitioning, visit all the transition panels. If you're already on the other side of the coin and you're trying to maintain, visit all the maintenance panels. So I'm trying to get a little bit of input there. And I think Tanya, you know, being type A like me, I'm sure she and I could come up with a pretty rigid schedule of topics. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't remember. Fuck. There was something with it. With the whenever we went to Tampa, there was something with the talks. I don't remember. It was either for like pretty much pre-op or it was all for like late people.
No, it was
that what it was? I remember whatever it was. I was like, fuck, this is just like, dude, I was really interested in the talks, but none of them were for me.
You would have really you would have hated Nashville, but you would have loved the topics in Nashville. You would love you would be like, yes, this is what I needed back then. Like the problem is like there were people like Tanya and me and Kirk and the Mahonies and, you know, the Haneys driving those. And I think there's opportunities there. Like, and then Lauren and the newbies, like driving the younger, like, hey, here's what it's like to be a young person.
How's Lauren a newbie?
No, younger. I mean, like she's a younger person who went through it. Like Bobby and Lauren, and like they're all younger, and they're like the whole dating thing and how's that? And like I think that was kind of unique in the same way that the men's only panel was unique. Like younger people.
Yeah.
I think that they're younger weight loss surgery patients. I think that was also.
And there was enough men to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, there really was. We were actually starting to get a pretty large community, man. It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Oh, man, there was some guy who started messaging me after WSFA. It was a guy.
This one or the first one? Or the
this one. Okay. This one. I don't know why. Just out of the blue, just started messaging me like at midnight and 2 a.m. and like repeatedly about like this kind of stuff. Like, I had no fucking clue why. You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, someone will. I don't know if they just see one of my videos or whatever, you know, and somebody will send me a message, and you know, I usually don't respond, but anyway, sometimes I'll respond. They catch me like I can't sleep and it's 2 a.m. I'm like, oh, somebody sent me a message.
No, let me talk to them.
Let me talk to this person. What they had to say is really important. Anyway, so I ignored it for a while, and finally I just like, dude, like you need to stop. Like, stop messaging me, or I'm gonna ban you. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not gonna let you go. I'll let you know where you stand. Like, I'm just letting him go, and I'm like, well, like, okay, you reached your point. Like, okay, that's good enough. And then he said apologies, and that was it. But it kind of had like a Jay feel. I felt like Jay.
Oh my God, you totally brought that back.
You saw that? Yeah, you saw that he did it to someone else.
I know.
Yeah, so that's why I posted that, because somebody posted a message on my video, and he posted to his video. So I checked it out. I was like, oh my God,
it's the same shit.
Off. Yeah, he's fucking nuts, man.
Oh my God, so bad.
But it's funny because whenever I think of Jay, I automatically think of Adam Shoup. I don't know why. I just do. And then I wonder whatever happened to Adam Shoup.
Shoup, like if he went like ape shit mental, totally like
did he?
Like he hulked out and looked angry Hulk.
Right.
Dude, that guy, how is that Jay guy still alive? Like he should stroke the fuck out in one of those phone calls.
Well, he has an arrest record for assaults and stuff like that. And like me, he never said, I'm going to kill you or nothing. He never said anything that was really threatening. The most he ever said was, well, you know, let's get together.
No, I'm going to send some people over your house. Good luck. I'm on a military base.
Well, yeah, and that was one of the other things he kept saying. Yeah, well, I'm just going to send a bunch of people. I'm like, well, you know, that's cool.
Give that a shot.
He's like, no, you don't. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm like, you have my address, man. Fucking
I'll give it to you. Here's my exact address.
My exact address is this. So,
you can send a gang of people. Send the Crips. Go ahead.
Right.
I got the Blues.
Anyway, they have their guns are better, and they have more. They have more of them. They have close air support.
Yeah, right. They will call it an airstrike. You will not make it to my house.
So I don't even know. Oh, so Adam Shoup, I always wondered how he did. And something that bummed me out that you didn't mention when you were on the naked truth was Big Nick BSG was the big he was a turning point for me. Like without his video, I probably wouldn't have done it. Like he was the one that made me go, okay, yeah.
Dude, that guy, I really wonder how he's doing because I think about him a lot. And I remember those videos. I'm like, holy shit, this works.
He's the first one I saw directly after, like I saw the whole process with him. He didn't update often, but he did like right before, a couple days after, a month out, 3 months out, and then he did like a 2 year or something like that.
Yeah, well, that coat. I was like, that just blew.
No, that was Big Tony that did the coat.
Oh no, you're right. Big Tony did that. Big Tony.
Yeah. But Big Nick BSG was
like totally like
lean. He was a white guy. Leaned out. He went through a promotion at work, and he's just like, things are good. I can eat whatever I want to eat. I can, he's the one who came out with tea. He's the first place I saw how I just drink unsweetened tea, instead of water directly after surgery. And anyway, he was the first person I saw the whole process, and it was successful, and it was like it just something about it made me comfortable. And I was like,
I agree.
I want to do that.
I agree. We actually have questions. I finally refreshed the list. So,
okay,
Haney, who by the way, fucking mensch, by the way, you got to meet this dude in person if you haven't already, which I know you already have. So, I mean, community wise, Haney is a mensch. So, what the fuck? Came in a bit late. Where's TJ living now? He's still in Florida, but go ahead and tell him where you're you moved from base.
Yeah, away from base. So now I'm in Dover. It's funny because there's a tiny, tiny sliver of a town called Sydney right by me. And when I post on Facebook, a lot of times they'll say I'm posting in Sydney. So I just think it's funny because of our Australia friends.
Our Australian friends. And we have a new one, by the way. There's a new Australian guy coming.
Yeah, a couple of people have tagged me and some of the guys. And they're like, hey, give this person love. Hey. And I had one guy who messaged me and said, hey, I watch your videos and Phil's videos and Kurt's videos. And, but I didn't respond to him. I didn't watch it. Like this is my confessional.
We respond to him, so it's okay. He gets 2 out of 3. Haney,
important one though.
Haney also said, you're that makes you more important. You don't respond makes it gold. So
exactly.
Bro panel was great. Sad about Don. Glad to meet him in Nashville. That was Haney as well. Teeny Tiny says, question for TJ. Are you in charge of decorating your house, or is it a team effort with Jenny?
No, I think Jenny comes up with most of the ideas, and then I will give like my twist on it, or like she'll come and say, hey, here's 3 things, and I'll pick one of the 3. But like our couch, which was a pretty big purchase, but that was all me. I picked all that out. And she was good with it, but I was just like,
wasn't that the distress table that you also?
I picked out the distress table too. We're getting rid of just because the dog decided to use it as a chew toy. But
now it's really distressed.
So cool. Yeah, that was super distressed.
Now, if anybody wants to pick up a distress table that's extra distressed, TJ will sell it to you for a full price. So.
Yeah. Well, what we're gonna end up doing is giving away most of it. We're just gonna do like free, and then there's like all these garage sale groups on Facebook. And like some of them are just for the base, or just so you say like free and you post a picture, and then like 2,000 people show up at your house and just take all your shit. Yeah, so it's the way to go, I think.
Very good. So Haney also said, man, TJ, rough year, man. Probably need to pray on it more. Yeah. Or put it on Facebook. Type amen and share. It works for me. So
it's funny because my realtor is actually a pastor or a minister. He's ordained, like he had his own church, everything, whatever he is. Anyway, so we talked quite a bit, and he gave me his high school fucking Bible because he went to, what's the school that they go to become priests?
Seminary school.
Yeah. So he went to seminary school. So anyway, I have his fucking high school Bible with all the side notes and all that. And like, it came unbound on a portion of it. And I'm like, fuck. But anyway, he's giving me all these different Bible passages to read. And then we kind of debate them back and forth. And,
Well, he's open to debate. That's good.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to change. I mean, he truly feels that he'll convert me, I think. I don't know what that's about, but
That's not going to happen.
I think it's because a lot of my ideas or my inner values or the way I see a lot of things, they kind of run in line with Christianity or some religions, but I do it because it's the right thing to do, not because a God tells me it's the right thing to do.
You just reminded me of something, and I was talking to the girlfriend, and she and I were talking about this. She said her mother actually brought up the fact that, and kind of, I won't get into the whole dynamics of that, but like her mom was talking about like religion and like how atheists are actually the only really true good people. Stay with me, everybody, on the planet, because they aren't doing anything for some reward in the afterlife. They're doing it only for the reward of right now. Like they're only being good because they believe it's good. They're not looking for a reward. They're not expecting something better later down the line. Well, I lived a pious life, therefore I'm going to benefit from that. They do good specifically for the sake of doing good. I thought that was an amazing insight. I was like, wow, holy shit. Like that really puts a very fine point on it. You're like, hard to argue.
Yeah, I mean, there's no there's no agenda. You know what I mean? Like there's no
right.
That I think that's what it is. It's just there's no real agenda. I mean, the problem is that some atheists get, in my view, go about the wrong way, and because they become anti-God, which I'm not, because to me, God just doesn't exist. Like I can't be anti something that isn't. It's like being anti-Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. But I don't care about God. I care about the religion. Like I am anti-religion. You know, I don't like religions because those are what rule people's decisions, and those are the decisions that affect my life. And fuck, I don't know how any woman could be religious. Like every fucking religion fucks women in the ass, right? In the ass all the time. Yeah, no, I mean, it's like if you're a woman, you are fucked. You know what I mean? Like life sucks, but there's still women that are religious. And I'm just like, wow, it's like Muslims who vote for Trump. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, really? You're okay with that?
Oh God, I can't vote for that guy. I can't do it. I can't. Congratulations, all my Democrat friends. You guys have locked it in. There's no way.
I don't know how Trump got this far, so that's what makes me think, fuck.
But how? Like, and the thing is, I don't care if you're pro Hillary. I'm sorry, but so many of my friends are like, how the like on the other side of the fence are like, how the fuck do we have a criminal representing us as like? I mean, they were more Bernie people. Like, you know, there were a shit ton of Bernie people who, like, at least whether you agree with them or not, and you and I have had this discussion already, but like, at least he's fucking stood up for what he believed. Like, you know, like, oh, it's such a mess. It's such a fucking mess. I'll go vote for the local stuff and the senators and the congressmen. And
those are
writing my name in. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, those are the things that make the most.
I mean, the local government matters
way
more. Yeah.
I mean, those impact you the most directly. You know what I mean? Like indirectly.
That's how the system was supposed to be.
Yeah. So
anyway,
I mean, voting on all your local stuff is I mean, like people
so important.
People don't pay attention to local politics at all. You know what I mean? Like they just don't. City council, none of that. It's like, fuck, that's the stuff that affects you like right now. Like that affects what tree is in your front yard. You know what I mean? Like it is directly impacts you every day.
I agree. I'll pay an extra.
The president, whatever the president does is going to take like 10 years to affect you if it really does at all. You know what I mean? Like city level politics is way more important.
Way more important
than these big elections.
And any constitutionalist will tell you that states' rights really need to be more important. Period. Like you need to really focus on states' rights and local rights and like. Those are like to TJ's point. That's the stuff that matters. Like that's how you make effective change. You change shit at the local level, and it trickles upward. Like you set a precedence. Colorado is not going to be down with making weed illegal. I don't use weed. I don't give two shits about weed. But I'm not going to vote against it. Like, yay, you know, like if it's what's the difference between that and alcohol? I mean, I'm good with it. Like, I don't partake, but that doesn't mean somebody else can't. And
You don't partake in alcohol?
no, I don't partake in weed, but I mean,
oh, God,
I'm not
you gotta
saying-
just try it. Just try it.
yeah, there is a part of me that's like, now that I'm older and like, yeah, you're probably right. I probably should, but
Just try it.
we'll see.
Just
We'll
do
see.
the edible.
No, I know, but that's
edible
what you get in
because
trouble, right? You gotta be
no,
careful.
it's not. It's that the edible version is going to make there's no concern about an allergic reaction. There was some
you have to
chemical
be
about
careful
it.
How
but-
much you have of that? Like,
Yeah, I mean, well, the problem is edibles. Yeah, if you get too much, life sucks for a long time.
long time. Like,
It's not like if you smoke too much weed, like life sucks for maybe 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it sucks, but it's not. But if you eat too much, it's like 3-4 hours. Life sucks.
so when TJ was in a state where it was legal,
yeah,
and he was in the state and he was
Mhm.
partaking, that was the highest I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
Like from the edible, and then you were still
Yeah.
supplementing with a little bit of smoke. So,
yeah.
and
I was
you were
drinking.
very responsible about it. But
Yeah, but then I was drinking a little bit too, I think.
yeah. So,
Mhm.
so I think if I ever did it, it would be like, it's just like the first time I got drunk. It'd be like, okay, safe place, safe friends, safe.
That's the best
environment.
thing. I mean, it does
You
kind
try
of
it, yeah.
enhance your it's considered a psychedelic. I mean, you got to get really high to get any psychedelic effect, and even then it's a very mild, like a queasy feeling, almost like the same way that alcohol is psychedelic. You know what I mean? Like there is a visual distortion in alcohol, so it'd be the same thing. If you do a ton of weed, you get a similar visual distortion, so technically it's a psychedelic. But your frame of mind can be amplified. So if you're sad, you can become more sad, and if you're paranoid, you become more paranoid. You know, some people, if they're prone to panic attacks, they can have panic attacks. And so, you know, having a good setting around people who you always want a babysitter, right? In case something bad does happen, they can talk you down. Hey, you know, it's cool. You're cool. Life's all right. You know what I mean? Like people are probably like giggling. So they're like, it's fucking weed, dude. Come on. But I'm just saying that's the most responsible way to do it.
Right. No. Like if I was going to do it for the first time, like
most of us are like, oh, we get wasted by some lace shit at a high school party. You know what I mean? Like the worst way. But if you want to do it the responsible way, that's how you do it. Right. Safe setting. You're safe for yourself. You feel safe. You feel comfortable. You're with somebody who you feel safe with. That's the most responsible way to do it.
Yeah, and I think that would be like if I were. I'm not saying I would, but if I were, I'd be like, TJ's got to be in town.
That's right. I would fly you out here, and we would go to one of those. Oh yeah, I could fly. Obviously, yes, fly
much smarter here because it's legal.
Right. And then because since I can't do it because of my job, then I can babysit you while
you can totally babysit me. That's my thing. Yeah. And like I have to be okay with and then like my kids are off with their mom. I'm cool. Like, but you know, like all my responsibilities are cleared.
Right.
I ain't got nowhere to be, and just give it a shot. Like, just see where we go. Like,
because I mean, worst case, it's a really shitty 2 hours of your life. You know what I mean? Like, it's just because some people they get nauseous. They get like it's not for them. They just react poorly to it in a way that they don't like it. They don't like the way it feels. Low percentage, but I tend to think people are either alcohol people or they're drug people. Rarely do I find somebody who likes weed as much as they like alcohol, or they like alcohol as much as, you know what I mean? Like people usually prefer one or the other. So
like I enjoy alcohol. I am always balancing that though, because I have an alcoholic grandfather, alcoholic father. Like I'm like very careful. And my brother was obviously very addictive personality to prescription drugs and like, so I'm always like careful of it, but I'm like, you know, I mean, I go over to my girlfriend's house. We have a drink with dinner and we have some fun and then we're good. You know, like it's not a big deal. It's not like I'm staying home getting drunk every night. So I drink at the show. I have one and I'm like, okay, good. You know, I'm good. You know,
to me, it's weed is better than alcohol in the sense that one is the high that people chase when they take painkillers, that opioid high.
It's constantly got to amp it up.
The one that ends up making people overdose or do crazy shit.
Like get cops to shoot them, you know.
There's there's a very similar feeling to a weed high. So I think if these people could wean themselves off into something far more mild and less addictive, like weed, I mean, it has its uses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
There's out there. And then there was a second point I was going to make, and I fucking forgot it.
If only you could blame it on weed, but you can't.
Only I could.
Then you can't do that.
I know. No, but I could blame it on fucking all the house stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, you could definitely blame it on that. So.
Yeah. It's like, oh, man.
So there's
also,
somebody.
hold on. I was going to go down. Oh, there's somebody what?
No, so there's somebody in the chat. JRO Buck 81 says, "You guys ready for
Jacob?
Is that Jacob?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys ready for the Spartan race? I don't know what you're talking about. I have what the
I
fuck
don't
is
know.
that?
We might have to read. We might have to discuss that again.
I would actually, the more I research I have done on the Spartan race, the more I really want to do a Tough Mudder instead.
Yeah.
Because I don't like that whole it's all for me, not for the team. I don't like that right out of the gates. Like we should be helping each other over obstacles, and we should be helping each other finish, not just throwing each other. I don't know. I'm not thrilled. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. All right.
Not thrilled.
So we'll see. So Jake, that stuff might change. So sorry.
It's highly likely.
You could just come hang out here at the pool.
That sounds good. Yeah. Well, yes. So, okay. So let's talk about a couple things. A couple things I think that you, and I'm going to make this public because it's FatKings, but then I'm not going to invite anybody. So they're like, fuck. So they're just going to have to like, oh, God damn it. If I was only one of the FatKings.
If I was a cool kid.
If I was one of the cool kids.
The inner circle.
The inner circle. So yes, we have to do a pool thing when your pool's done for sure.
Yeah.
Count me in. I'll fly my ass down. Done.
Well, that's what I thought about. I thought, man, we could just do like the same group every year in October. You
right.
know, like there's so many birthdays right around then.
Yours, mine, yeah, exactly. So we'll do that for sure.
It's still a good, like it's still the temperatures and stuff are still good. You know, like they're mild. It was pretty perfect.
Best tan I ever got was in October in Florida.
Yeah. So we can do that, and then go do some kayaking, and it's just fun because we're staying here. We'll be at this house.
And then I don't know if you caught any of this, but we were really trying to do an Alaska trip, like Alaska cruise.
Jenny will have fun with you guys. I have no interest in going to Alaska.
They have casinos on the boats.
They have fucking grizzly bears in Alaska.
You don't have to get off the boat. You can stay in the casino.
But one might make it on the boat.
You know how scared I am of bears, and I think this is a good idea.
Terrified of bears.
Me too.
I hate bears.
I think if it no, I'm not looking to like this would not be a WSFA surrounded event. This would have to be. Sorry, everybody. This would have to be inner circle. I'm talking tier one bearings. I'm totally excluding so many people right now, but if we could keep it tier one, would you consider it? Is my question.
I mean, yeah, I would consider it. It seems like when you start pushing greater than 8 WLSers, that seems to be your load limit. Okay. So as long as you can have a greater number of people, but only 8 or less of them can be WLSers.
So they can have.
I think that's the threshold.
So 16 is really the top.
You could, or if you had like a couple people who just weren't WLS people, you know what I mean? But to me, it seems like 8 is the number. As soon as 8 is critical mass, like that's even pushing it, but that's like a large group, because it's maximum
the right
capacity.
8 you could, okay, all right. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. So
once you hit 9, things just go to shit. I don't know what it is. There's something about number 9 that is like fuck.
Yeah, we'll talk about this more offline, but I think that there's an opportunity for. I think there's an opportunity there. That's just all I'm saying. So,
okay.
Because people. So if this was just you and me talking, not live, but there are certain people that are like, we miss TJ and like he needs to come back, just for our little friend group, like not to be exclusive of other people, but like the core people that that we all love and admire. They're like, yeah, him and Jenny have to come. We have to make that work. Like kind of like the whole like your birthday thing, like that group.
Yeah, that worked out good.
Yeah, so
it did. Yeah, no, I mean it's sometimes it's weird because I'll miss WLS just for whatever reason, like something that's just there because most of the time I don't ever think about it. Like it's just not part of my life at all. So then I'll start missing it, and then I'll be like, oh, so then I start watching some videos. And I'm like, oh, and then I'll catch one of those videos, those.
Make you run
Like,
yeah.
and I'm like, fucking no,
not going back.
I'm so happy I don't have to ever deal with that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like PTSD. It's like waking up from a nightmare instantly. Like that's how relieved I am. As soon as I close that video, I feel that relieved. Yep. So yeah, I was tearing people up and I was judging people. Let's do this some more. I feel very Christian.
Yeah, continue. Go ahead. Yeah, we don't have any more questions. So you can.
Sarah Jane Mayer.
I am going back to the actual page. Stand by.
Okay. She's Jane right after Scooter Mayer. Oh, is she related to Scooter Mayer?
Oh, I did not catch this. Hang on a second. Oh, she might be.
Maybe a wife.
Oh, this would be good. I'd like to get the other side of this coin. I will have to revisit that
secret. Oh, non-WLS.
Oh no. 28 minutes of non. Yeah.
So the fact that she is a +1 reinforces my initial thought, which is she is going to be a very dramatic person. So I get the very drama-filled vibe from her.
Okay.
She'll be the one that posts those. Oh my God, I'm ending it all. Okay. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Oh my God, everybody hates me because I ate some ice cream. I hate you, and I'm gonna weigh 8,000 pounds because I love you, and you guys are the greatest people in the world.
So these are purely TJ's prediction. Nobody take offense. So.
I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but if you feel like I'm talking about you, I probably am.
Yeah. All right. So Al's a veteran, so is
Al is not. Al's a veteran for you, but I don't know. Okay. I saw him, and because he's week 23. I saw him, remember, and to me, his thumbnail, I don't know why, because now I see his thumbnail and it doesn't look like, but he looked like Captain Keith, the shrimp boat captain from Deadliest Catch. Right. Is what he looked like to me in his very first video.
Oh. No, I think he's stepped up his production quality. He's a ham radio operator, which I also was licensed at one time. And he's got high production value. He's trying to add more high production value to his videos and stuff like that. And he's pretty kind of become a regular. He's right in that middle zone, like checking in, losing weight, doing his thing. Still in the losing phase. Yeah.
Very good. Then we have Gastric Tiger, Scott. I gotta have a conversation with Scott at some point, man.
So Scott, you and Scott are gonna have an offline for sure.
I gotta have a talk. I gotta talk with him.
And then we have Mr.
And you have to have a talk if you're watching.
Yeah, Scott.
Lauren, Little Miss. I gave her that name, and I've heard other people use it and without properly crediting.
Say it again, because it is yours.
Little Miss Tutu.
Little Miss Tutu, that's right.
Little Miss Tutu. That came from Tampa. The original Tampa.
Came from the original Tampa, yes.
She was prancing around in a tutu. I think she was wearing like yoga pants or whatever too.
I don't think she had any yoga pants.
I remember the tutu. And so I gave her that name in a loving, little sister Lauren kind of way. Because she was the very young one, right? She's early 20s, right?
She was 28, I think.
28?
7 or 28.
Oh, see, I thought she was like 22 right now.
Well, no. She was probably 27 when 27 when
God damn. So Lauren's an old hag. I didn't know that. Never mind. I was giving her too much credit.
She's got the body of a 22-year-old now. She's totally rebuilt it.
We can build you better, stronger.
And then Lisa also had her body redone. So she's just knocked off 10 years too.
I was looking. I saw again thumbnails. I only see thumbnails that Lauren had. Look at it. She was wearing like compression sleeves.
She is
on her arms, almost like a burn victim, huh?
No, she had like the arms done. She had her boobs done. She had her. Yeah, she had like I was like that was the one person who I was nervous all day long when she was in plastics because I was like, that's a shit ton to have done. I don't care how young you are, it's a lot. And I was really worried. Like, I'm like, I'm not going to feel better till I hear she's okay. Like, it was bad. So, yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
Right. Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Browsard.
I don't.
Ooh, man, that's a vicious profile picture.
And she's got World of Warcraft as her background there. So.
Yeah, she looks like no nonsense, man. But I'll bet she's like, I know, huh? Like she would like curse you and rip your eyes out, or she would like love you like a teddy bear. You know what I mean? Like that's what it seems like. Like there's either fucking ultimate good or ultimate evil. There's no in between with her.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'll add that to my watch list.
Okay. I don't know. Again, you're gonna have to tell me. You're not in touch with any of these fucking new people.
No, I there was a few, mainly the guys, but yeah.
Jennifer Mahoney, she's been around for a long time.
Sweetheart. Like I had not met those guys in real life until WSFA this time. Fucking awesome party people, like good people, like fun, laugh.
Who's that? Patty?
No. Well, Patty too, but the Mahonies, both of them.
Man.
Awesome. Yeah. Patty too. Patty's very flirty, very fun, very youthful in her.
She looks like a flight attendant to me.
Wow, that's actually, I can kind of see that. She's very polished, very refined, very.
Who was in that picture that you sent me at 2:30 in the morning?
Probably Patty.
No, you said, and it just said because you hate her so much or something like that.
Christina,
and I'm like,
because Christina said you.
I didn't know who it was, and I'm like, and I messaged you back because I didn't see it till next day, and I'm like, I don't know who that is, man. And you never told me, so I didn't know who it was because I can only see like a little bit of her profile.
Yeah, I know. Christina wanted you. She's all, TJ hates me. We should send him a picture. I'm like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. So.
Okay. Did we get any more questions, or do I keep beating people?
I keep on going down because we're getting to one of my new faves. So keep going.
So there's Gretchen D. Johnson.
Yeah. What do you think? She's pretty far out.
She looks. Hold on. All right, here. Okay, so she looks like a Janine, like a no nonsense kind of gal.
You are very correct, sir. She's a no bullshit kind of girl. Yeah, that girl is no joke. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yep, you did nail that one.
All right, Steve Bell. Steve Bell to me looks like Andrew. Like he looks like another Andrew.
Yeah, he's an Aussie though, so he's
not Aussie Andrew.
He's an Aussie Andrew, I guess. But I think this another one I think will go the distance. There's another one I'm putting in my corner. I'm putting in these two guys, Fire Commander 92 and Steve Bell in my corner. So for sure.
Yeah. All right. So then we have Michelle Noonley.
Don't know.
She's doing a full body lift, so she's way down the road. So I don't. Excuse me, I don't know who she is. Crystal Garrison, she's been on for a while. So Scotty, R&Y, to me, when I see him, I think Corey J. Cook.
Yeah, he definitely has that kind of like very confident, kind of established kind of feel. I agree.
Yeah.
Like totally, yeah.
All right, cool. Amanda Smith Adams. To me, she looks like a Lauren.
I have no input on that one, so yeah, I'm gonna just go with you.
It's Phil Olsen, that fucking guy.
That fucking guy.
Something's going on. World's ending, but next week it won't be.
You know what? Something's wrong with that guy though. He's been like overly happy and like not bitching about things. I think something's really wrong with that guy.
This is the worst show ever. Like we're just going through, but in a way, it's kind of good, right? Because we're giving some love to the new people. Nobody's really watching. It's fucking summertime, springtime.
It's summertime. We have 8 viewers, and they're the people we already love, so we're good.
Like 4 of them are like my device, your device, Jenny.
Right. 2 of them are one of you, one's me, and the other 6 who got.
We know Teeny Tiny's on, so and then James. So there's like 3 people we can't account for.
Right. Exactly.
Like Joe, Tanya, and John.
Probably.
It was kind of a last minute notification. So Christina Haney, Jennifer Bleacher, Andrea Williams. Andrea Williams, I don't know her, but she's kind of older. Not older as in her age, but she's week 59. She's way out.
I'm scrolling.
I don't know her. There was down. Sorry, there was like a bunch of Melissas. There's Takesha, and
Takesha,
Takesha.
so
I almost,
amazing.
yeah. Well, I almost banned her because she looked like she was selling
Nope.
like Tony Robbins kind of shit. But then I was like, no, I don't think she is. That's just the feel you get from her stuff.
She is so that girl, dude. You would love that girl. Like that girl is amazing on
that girl
so
Poison.
many levels. Like she's like 2 feet tall. Not really. She's very short. She's tiny. Because you would think she's an Amazon though. Just from watching her videos, you're like, and I've said this so many times, she's probably getting sick of it now. But like, you're like when I expected to meet her, it's like 6 foot tall Amazon woman of just strength and power, and she's just like this little powerhouse. She's like this, like you just like, God damn, like all that energy in that little frame. How do you do it? Like she's amazing, totally amazing. Like, yeah.
Wow, sounds like you like her.
She's awesome. No, she's awesome.
Nirvana Amber Lee. I've never been able to get a feel for her. She's kind of been all over the place. Like at one point I questioned, did she even have surgery? You know what I mean? Like I was like, what?
Right, yeah.
Like, is there some weird angle that's being played here? But then no, she lost weight and then she was like going into plastics and then but it's weird because I think her thumbnail sometimes she looks bigger than she actually is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
Oh, here's one. This one's trouble.
All right, hold on. Let me keep going down.
Sarah
Susan?
Waffle.
Oh, is she coming back around?
She's actually coming back around, yeah.
Liz. Keisha, Melissa, Lauren.
I mean, there's
fucking
a lot
Journey's in concert tonight, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Who's this? So Heather, Bryson.
3 years. Yeah, she's 3 years out.
Oh, what the fuck? How do I not know about these people?
You know, there's every once in a while you find a veteran, you're like, how the frick did I not know about these people? Like, yeah.
Because 3 years, that's right at us.
Yeah,
we're 3 years right now.
Yeah,
well, you'll be 3 years, and then I'll be 3 years in September.
Yeah, it's like next month.
I might actually do an update video for my
okay,
3
yeah,
years.
you should totally.
I'm thinking about doing one. Yeah, just like everything that's taking place and where I'm at. And
I'm not seeing a ton. I'm seeing mainly
there's
veterans.
not a lot. There's a lot of veterans kind of.
So I think really, get behind. If I have a say, get behind.
There was some younger dude that I was like, oh man, he looks like he's gonna kill it. Like he looks like a total FatKings kind of dude. He had a goatee, bald head, fat. Shocking.
I don't know. I think Steve is my boy, and I'm going to put Fire Commander 92, who is also Mr. Mayor, Scooter. So I'm going to put Scooter, and I'm going to put
Wayne.
Put those two guys together. Yeah,
Wayne Manning.
Wayne Manning.
Wayne Manning. Post-op day 7 through 9. He's brand new.
You have to shoot me. You have to shoot me his link. I don't see him.
Hold on. I don't know. Anyway, this dude I just saw, talking. And I was like, what?
Wait, where did you go? There you are.
Where are you at? There you are. Like everybody's like, why are we watching them? What do they even know that there's people watching the show? Anything? Let's see. Anything? Fucking weight loss.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. I totally.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it was just a feeling I got. So have you heard anything? So Andrew, did you hear anything? Have you heard anything about him or from him or? Oh, you totally cut out. Did you just cut out for me or is it for everybody? I'm gonna check the feed.
Sorry about that.
I'm like, oh fuck, let me check the feed.
Do not click on the links and try and put it, add it to your favorites because it just like that.
So yeah, you go. I go. So have you heard anything? You go and then it cut out. Like right.
I haven't heard anything about Andrew. I talked to Walter briefly, and I told Walter I would like to do a Walter show, whether it's on 50 Shades because he's a maintenance dude now, or if it's the FatKings thing, just as for fun. But I haven't done anything yet. So
that'd be fun to do a FatKings reunion show.
I think so too.
Of us. Yeah. I'm just curious what happened with Andrew. I feel like he left, and I could be totally wrong, but I felt like he left because he wasn't doing as well. I could be wrong. It was
No,
just
I feel the same way, but like, no, I don't. I just think I don't mean this in a bad way, and I'm not judging him at all because like he's a king. But I think he dabbled in the dark arts a little early. We've all been there, but he dabbled in the dark arts a little early. I think he may have paid the price. So,
yeah.
So we shall see. But
it's like
Warrior.
What happened to Warrior?
What you talking about, Viking?
Viking, yeah, Viking.
Oh, dude. His videos went from being about weight loss after the 50 pounds he lost on Atkins surgery, Atkins surgery, as I like to call it. He went from that to posting like rockets and drone videos. That was it.
Oh, really?
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, because I just remember in week 6, I had a fish fillet sandwich.
Oh, God. He's my child.
I'm like, fucking 6 weeks out? That's what he's eating. Like, how would you even know? Like, the smell of grease made me sick at 6 weeks out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I could smell it. We were like, if we were in the mall or at the BX or something, any place that had fast food in it, I could smell it.
Those first 3 weeks, my nose was so sensitive, I could barely function. I was like, oh, God, I got to stay home. Like, I can't go out. This is bad. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. But I tell you what, I still even now have restriction. I still pretty good.
I do too.
Like you were talking about, like half a hamburger. That's probably it. About half a hamburger. I can eat more if I want to, but I get full.
Right.
I like half a hamburger. Like a normal portion of food is right at the too much size.
Yep, I agree. I made these killer burgers over at Emmy's house. I made them for the kids, and then we made hot dogs, and I got my burger and I put it on a bun, and I just not a crazy ass big ass burger, but just a burger on a nice normal bun. Put some lettuce on there, some slice of tomato, put some mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup on there. Oh, so good, yum yum yum. Halfway through, I'm like, full. Yep, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
That's so much down.
The food that you do eat, you can put so much flavor and yumminess into it because you're only going to eat a little bit of that. You know, you can take advantage of it.
I step on the scale, I still weigh 223. I'm like, win. Like, I mean, like, I ate whatever I wanted, and I ate it in reasonable portions.
I haven't been training like I have, like I was training. I was training a lot. So I was doing 3 to 4 hours every day except for Sunday. So 6 days a week, I was doing anywhere from 3 to 5 hours each day training. So I was eating a lot. And then I wasn't training anymore because we've been doing the move and all that stuff, but I'm still eating the same amount as whenever I was training. So like weight's coming back on. I'm like, fuck. But I know once I get back in the gym next week, everything settles. It goes back away pretty quick. But I think that set point, my body set at like, you all right?
Sorry, I heard something upstairs. I'm like, you keep talking while I mute.
Okay. Anyway, so I feel like the set point of my body reset to 232 because like I like to be around the 227 mark, but like if I just don't do anything, it always sits at 232.
Okay.
But as soon as I start getting a lot of excess in, like it'll jump to 240 like that, like in an instant, but it'll go back down just as fast as long as I don't let it set in.
I started lifting heavy again this week, just because we do like 3 weeks high rep, low weight, and then we would go back to 1 week of heavy. I jumped up 4 pounds overnight, dude. I was like, I mean, it's all water, but I went from 232 or 223 rather to 227. I was like, holy shit. Like that was, and I could feel it. Like my clothes were like my legs, my ass, my waist, my upper body was just swollen. Everything was swollen. I was just trying to drink water to flush it all out. Oh man, it was rough.
Right. Yeah, because I have to stay around 225 to make fight weight. But I'm thinking like I do want to bulk, like I want to put on significant muscle.
That's hard, yeah.
But I don't think I'll be able to do it and stay in that weight range. I think I'll have to go up. So so part of me is like, well, fuck, I'll just go to unlimited.
Right.
But man, it's tough because I went against this guy that was. It's funny because he was 320, so he was just shy of where I was at my biggest. Because I was at 340, so he's 320. And this dude was on top of me, and I just like I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't like I just. He wasn't doing anything either, other than just laying on top of me.
Right.
But And then that's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, fuck, if I went up to unlimited, this is who I'd go get.
You'd be doing this
Do I
regularly.
want to do that? No, I don't want to. Like, that's not fun.
No. I remember when I was in junior high school, there were two of us that were overweight. It was me and another guy, Tom. I won't say his last name, but he was significantly bigger, and I was big. So, but the only person I could wrestle in wrestling class was him. Once that boy got on top of you, there was no getting off. There was you were fucked. It was fucked him or you're the mayor of Fuckville. It's over. Yeah. So I lose. I tap out. I can go through this torture. Why?
It's funny, man. I see so many more of like street fights that people are tapping out in a street fight, and people are accepting that. Like, they'll get somebody in an arm bar or something, and the people tap out, and people like accept that. They're just like, okay. And they let go of it. Like, a tap out has become socially acceptable way to end a street fight.
Yeah, no, and that is kind of nice. I mean, there's something civil about that, but yeah.
I mean, because it's like, well, sometimes you see the guys that come back for more, but usually that's it. Like, they'll come back for the second round, and then they're done.
Oh, we got another question. This is from Jacob as well. Something I've always wondered about both of you 3 years later. After BJJ and all the lifting you do, Phil, do you think surgery was the right way to go? Question one. Question two, would you go back and do the weight loss without the surgery? I'll let you start, TJ, but I know my answer.
You don't do BJJ. I do.
No, you do it, but I do the weightlifting. So he said both. So.
Yeah, for me, I would absolutely do it again. Mine's very stereotypical answer of I wish I would have done it sooner.
Amen. That's my answer too. I would have done it 10 years sooner.
Yeah.
Changed my whole life if I'd done it 10 years sooner.
As soon as I became eligible for it, I got it though. So I didn't have too many years where it was like, oh, this was an option for me. Because I always sat in that zone where I was so fat that it was unhealthy and it didn't look good. But I wasn't so fat that it was considered a medical risk. There's like, you're in that zone, and as long as you're healthy,
360 with no comorbidities and working out regularly. I had to go 6 months on a diet just to get them to even consider letting me have it. Like, that's fucked up. Like,
but knowing what I know now, I would absolutely drop 10 grand and go to Mexico.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, if I couldn't get it done here because of insurance or whatever, I'd absolutely do it. I was talking to Phil. We were talking about before the show, right? Not since it started, but they had one of the doctors that he's on my friends list. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're friends. I don't know how he made the list, but he got on the list somehow. Anyway, he posted an ad for VSG surgery, $4,300.
$4,300.
And I'm just like, like 4,300 is a number that's accessible to anybody. Like, anybody, I don't care how poor you are, anybody could get together $4,300. I think
Somehow, some way,
somehow beg, borrow, steal.
Get a second job and just scrape.
That would be, I'm not saying you could come up with it by tomorrow, but it's an obtainable amount of money. But then at the same time, the scary part is it too cheap? You know what I mean? Like, do they hurt themselves because it's too cheap? Like, do you just do 7,500? Yeah, I could do it for 45, but I'll get more customers at 75 than I will at 45. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's just a little, like, whenever I had my LASIK eye surgery, I paid $5,200, but there was people on the radio that were advertising $750 an eye, or $500 an eye. And I'm like, it's my eyes. Like, I want to pay full
this
price.
Shit up. I'm screwed.
No, I don't want to pay $500 for LASIK. I'll pay the guy the $5,200. And there's people who you could even pay more to, but like, I want the best guy doing it. So like me, I would probably do what Dr. Alvarez or Estevez? Alvarez, like, no brainer. Like, I would have no issue telling anybody go to him.
I agree.
I can go to him, but I'm just saying everything I've ever seen about him is like, go.
Yeah.
I think his is like 10 grand, but this other guy, I don't know much about him. But anyway, 4,300. I'm just like, fuck, that's so accessible to anybody.
I'm with you, brother. I think on that note, that kind of brings us full circle. I definitely would do it again too, hands down, no doubts. Earlier for sure. The things I have and don't look, man. The weight loss part. It sounds so cliche, but The weight loss part was easy. The mental bullshit that went with it, that shit was hard. Like I said this already, but you can lose the weight in a year. If you have a 120, 150 pounds to lose, you can do that in a year. You can do it. The mental shit will take you a lot longer. So especially,
but would somebody young like Jacob, his age, their early 20s, you haven't really went through that growth yet.
No, you're right.
So
that's true.
Is it really that big of a deal for somebody in that age range?
The earlier you do it, the better is what I'm saying.
I think so. Yeah, I think if you could get it in your early 20s, because a lot of the pitfalls that you run into that are kind of side effects of the surgery are similar types of things that you do in a stupid way in your 20s.
Agree. 100% agree.
You're killing two birds with one stone. You're getting skinny earlier, and you're just going through normal growth shit.
And Haney and I talked about this a little bit. I won't go into detail, but Haney and I talked about this a little bit around the pool. Like we had very similar experiences, and we were both older dudes.
Oh, that's right. You guys talked about that. You were lifetime fat, so
world is a different world
for you too.
I can't
really grasp what it is that you guys are talking about.
It's too big for you, man. Oh man, but hey man, I miss you, brother, and I'm glad we got a chance to hook up. Thankfully for me, you're one of my friends who's like, if I don't talk to you for 5 weeks, it doesn't matter. As soon as I talk to you, it's like boom, right back. But yeah, for sure. When you get back from Europe, why don't you tell the folks where you're going in Europe, and then when you get back, we'll have to talk about getting together and checking out your pool.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna do Ireland. We'll be there for like 8 days or so, 7 days. I don't know. We'll be there for, we'll say a week. But we're going to do a week in Ireland, do Dublin, and then, the whole thing around Dublin. We're going there for a wedding. And then after the wedding, we're going to fly from Ireland to Italy and do in Rome. So we'll be in Rome for a week. And then we're going to go to Pompeii. And we're doing like the VIP package where we have dinner and then do not the catacombs, but the underground holding area of the Colosseum, because the Colosseum's on my bucket list. So we get to go into the underground areas where all the holding area is, and it's kind of like a VIP tour. I'm hoping we'll be able to go out on the floor.
Are you gonna say, are you not entertained?
I know. Are you entertained? Are you not entertained? I want to find somebody who can do jujitsu with me, just to do jujitsu in the Colosseum.
In the Colosseum.
Holy come on,
that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'll be like, just come here. I'll get Jenny to do it. Like, you can do it. You can do it. Just choke me out. Make me tap for real. Harder.
Not like when we're in bed, like for real.
For real. So we're doing that. And then after that, then I have the gym being built that, that'll be going in. But before that could be done, to be able to transfer everything out of what is now the garage, we're having a barn built. So that's the next thing that is going on. So we're just hemorrhaging money. And then we have a leak in the roof. We found out the roof is going to need to be replaced in a year. I'm like, how did it even make an inspection?
How did the inspection not catch that shit? I'd push back on that.
The guy walked up there and looked around, and he's just like, yeah. He goes, I can see 5 places where they patched it. It's not that it's been like the fucking shingles are breaking down. It's just that it was bad workmanship when it was put in 10 years ago. So it's a 10-year roof.
Yeah.
It's kind of a patch job. It's a contractor special type of deal. So now we got to save for that. And of course, if you're doing your roof, you might as well paint, right? So on the outside.
Got that going. And your gutters while you're at it. So.
Yeah. So you might as well. The gutters, they look actually in pretty good shape. But then, and then like right now, the pool's going in. And hemorrhaging.
Yeah, but this time you're staying there. Like you did that with Washington, you got it back, but this way you're going to be there. So, and that weather's much more you. So, I think you'll be good. He's giving me the one finger with no sound. No sound. So, on that note, we're probably going to tie it up. All right. So, hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you to my brother, whom I love very much. And I'm glad to get a chance to talk to him. I haven't talked to him for a while. And for all you guys tuning in, and for those of you watching after the fact, thank you. We'll be back when we're back. And we're always here. If you got questions, email us on the FatKings page. You can go to Facebook and get all our information there and send us messages there. And till then, remember, it's good to be the king.